Here we go. And our big plan was to take American roots music into the Haitian community.
When you go home to your woman, you want to bang, bang, bang. Hey, 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 hey.
Don't judge Haiti by Port-au-Paix, just letting you know. It's nasty.
We were jumping around together, thinking, wow, what a fantastic idea. This will be a fantastic, wonderful trip. Well, it probably wasn't the smartest trip I ever took.
Seigneur mon Dieu, mueve la vie, apprenti à
What happened was I had a company that I'd sold, and I was retiring from academics, and I thought that immediately I should immerse myself into something else that would get my mind off of what I've been doing for the last several years. And so I got my friend Danny Cox, and we worked a deal with a missions organization in Haiti to take a trip to Haiti. The point of the trip at first was to take American roots music into one of the Haitian villages. You coming in? It's cold.
Yes, it is very cold. But it won't be where we're going. You guys will be sitting here freezing your tuchses off. And we will be basking in
That's right.
fourth world glory.
So now we're off to Port-au-Prince to do great things, sing music, make movies, right?
Yes. 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 I think it was all of them.
Ever since James Brown died, I got the Godfather soul here.
We left here January 3rd, 2012. We're going to be gone the good part of a month. Made a couple of stops, Dallas and Florida, flew into Port-au-Prince. I had to take a small craft, 2-engine craft, into Port-au-Paix. And, you know, I don't think either one of us had any idea what we were really getting into. I remember meeting a woman in the airport, and she said to me,
Don't judge Haiti by Port-au-Paix, just letting you know. It's nasty. It's my least favorite city in Haiti. I'll have many more favorites. Even like 2 hours outside of Port-au-Paix is better. So, but it will show you the poverty of the people and the destituteness of it all. So, I mean, if you want to see that, I think you're going to a good place.
Now, let me tell you about Jacques. He was a name that we had. We were supposed to meet him, and he would take us, of course, back to our host. He's going to call Jack for us.
Okay.
I'm the driver, okay? You're a driver?
Yes. Jack's driver. Jack's driver.
Want to talk to Jack here?
I know Jack.
So who is Jack?
Jack, you're calling. Only Ben. Yeah, Jacques.
So when you first got to the airport, you have to imagine everybody's trying to make a buck, man. They're coming at you, trying to carry your luggage. So everybody would say, Jacques sent me, knowing that Jacques meets all the people who are going to the orphanage.
Jacques, Christina.
From this?
Yeah.
Jacques? Hello?
He's from Northwest HAITIAN Christian Mission.
Hello? Hello?
Yes. Ahmed.
This is Danny Cox. We belong with Ben Meade. He's going to take us to the hotel. He's the driver. He's going to take us to the hotel. And tomorrow we'll take off. Okay, Jacques. Okay. Au revoir. Bye-bye. Hasta la bye-bye.
Let's go.
Hasta la bye-bye.
Ah?
Ah.
Finish.
Hasta la bye-bye.
Oh boy, here we go.
And so we weren't sure the first night if we truly met Jacques or not. We just figured, okay, this is Jacques, and we're going to get in this beat-up car with him. He's going to take us to the motel.
He wasn't in the same mood I was in. He was taking things much more easy and suave. I was angry. I was so angry. So I was looking for someone with a T-shirt, someone with a card saying, Ben and Danny, we're here to pick you up.
There was a moment when I truly feared that we were being taken. And then all of a sudden, around the corner, we come to this beautiful hotel. Lights and all. And Jacques turns out to be one of the finest young men we met in all of Haiti. So, but everybody still wanted to be Jacques.
I went to the room, as I called it, which was the back room. And that's where children who are so out of it because of whatever reason, they lie almost comatose 24/7 on the floor. I saw a lot of things that really have really hounded me. I avoided looking at the footage that we had shot for several months, actually, because I was offended, let's say, that there would be children that people would call the lucky ones. Okay.
Yellow black and white, they are precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world.
Oh, no, keep it in.
After that earthquake, there were children who were truly orphaned. There were children whose families had taken care of them in spite of their conditions. For example, there are no ugly houses. You know, third world countries, you know, the village idiot runs around the village and everybody takes care of him. They don't put him away in some house where you go and see once a month.
And these children are comatose, laying in their feces and their vomit all over the floor, and they keep these kids alive. And what I could see was this is a great way to raise money.
Whatever your condition is, you remain a part of the community. And so, when this earthquake came, and these children who normally would have been in some institution, you know, sponsored by some major corporation here in this country, were just left. And one of the things I can say, a lot of people say that these orphanages use these kids to get money, you know, to show them. But I don't know about that. But I do know that they were caring for them.
I would just caution anybody that's approached for an organization that says we need your help. These are the forgotten children. This is this. Check it out. Question everything. Question everything. I was really hungry and kind of getting delirious and heard this music coming. So I had this guy with me and he carried my gear. He was great.
One day I was at the orphanage and I looked up, and when you see, you know, and if you've ever lived in a third world country where people change their clothes maybe once a week, unlike us, they work on them, they wash them, they put them on, well, when you see a whole group of people coming down the mountain dressed in the whitest of white you ever see, you take notice.
We went through the church and there was this music coming out of there, and just this crazy kind of an alchemy of Pentecostal, and I wasn't sure what it was.
I saw them circling down out of the mountains, just something's happening. So Ben sent someone, told me to come and see this. There's some voodoo going on, man. I go into the church, and it's just looked like Pentecostal church I went to as a kid. You know, they were doing this circle dance, which is as African as you can get.
Mama,
historical, feet touching the Mother Earth with a dirt floor in this room. These folks, feet touching the Mother Earth and singing. And what they were doing was celebrating the 2nd anniversary of the earthquake.
I thought to myself, how do you celebrate a tragedy? And are they really celebrating a tragedy? Or are they just celebrating that they're alive, Because the earthquake was a pretty tragic thing. So I decided I'm going to try to film some of this, not knowing what it was, and even knowing what was really going on.
In order to have voodoo, you have to have a sacrifice of a chicken. You have to have a voodoo master. You have to have some whiskey, or rum, as they use, rum. And you have to have some incantation that has someone speaking through some spirit, whichever spirit that you bring up to be the voice. Those are things you have to have. I didn't see any of that. There was no raising of spirits. There was nothing like that. It was just a beautiful experience.
We didn't know at the time is that we had come across what's known historically as a heavenly army. It's a amalgamation of different religions. Some people claim voodoo and Pentecostal. Some people claim other things. But it's what I was told that most Haitians know of it only by reputation or by myth. I remember like the 3rd day in La Brea, there was this cylindrical concrete ring in the middle of this town. And so I came up with this big idea that, hey, let's build an amphitheater out of this thing and put on a show. Because obviously we were somewhere where there was not a lot happening. Talked to the chief of La Brea, made a deal with him that we would hire some Haitians to come tear down this house so he could widen the road. So he said that would be great. I got online. We had to raise about $2,500 cash to do that. I hired 15 Haitians. In the morning we'd go down, I'd smell their breath to see if anybody had been drinking or anything like that. And these people had an incredible work ethic. They would go to work at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, go for 10, 12 hours. I never saw them drink water, eat food, just maybe stop for a break 2 or 3 times per day. I think back about Danny going with me, he's probably 14 or 15 years older than I am. I've known him for many years, and he played it safe. We had two totally different trips. Danny had one trip, and I had another trip. He played safe. He stayed in the compound a lot, dealing with the orphan kids, entertaining them, writing music. I, on the other hand, was more of a wild card, and I'd go outside the camp when I shouldn't, without a Haitian with me, which I shouldn't. I could say a lot of things about what I believe about gene pool and about, but it would cause a lot of problems.
What I saw and brought back from Haiti was the fact that the human condition is just absolutely endless in its strength. You saw people still looking towards a future, still trying to make it. I mean, you just can't imagine 20 million people tomorrow in our country.
I think Danny and I differ on this matter. I don't think Haiti has a future. They don't even make baseballs down there anymore. They ship the Rawlings company has been changed and is now in Costa Rica, and they're paying almost twice as much for labor, so I don't know what that's about.
They were the only slave culture that totally revolted and took over their own country. And we punished them for it for 200 years because we didn't want any other slave group to do that again. And we punished them to the point that it became inertia. It became a cultural punishment. Nobody even knew why they were doing it anymore. It became racial, cultural racism, cultural punishment, cultural everything. It just kept going. And one of the things that this earthquake did do was bring back a vision of Haiti to our American hearts and eyes and souls. That these people exist there, and we have been fucking them over all this time.
I just think if there is a God, and if God ever had a place that he just forgot about and said, I'm not going to do anything else there, I think it's Haiti.
Oh, the French, they brought these Africans to this island. They shared it with the Spaniards. They called it San Dominique. Oh, they worked them till they died. They didn't even bother to close their eyes. Oh no, why do we treat these Haitians so? French, they rule these Africans with an iron hand. The Africans took all that they could take, and then they took a stand with just machetes in their hands. They defeated the mighty Napoleon. Oh no, why do we treat these Haitians so? They were the only slave colony to revolt and be free. So they changed their name from Saint Dominique to Haiti. High mountaintop is what it means, and from there they could hear freedom ring. Oh no, why do we treat these Haitians so? Now the American colonists refused to recognize Haiti, afraid that the call of freedom would spread to the slaves in that country. They stood alone from the very start. It took a mighty earthquake to soften our hearts. Oh no, why do we treat these Haitians so? Is it because they look too much like Africans? Is it because they don't play baseball like the Dominicans? Now with the outpost lost and no way to cover their flank, to stay in the Americas, Napoleon decided would be a big mistake. So thanks to these Haitians bold, the Louisiana Purchase was signed and sold. Oh no, oh no, why don't we treat these Haitians so? They said that Papa Doc was the emperor of tyranny. They said death was hanging in the air, strange fruit from the trees, but we stopped them when they tried to flee to the land of liberty. Oh no, why have we treated these Haitians like this? When the Cubanos came, we opened up our arms. We even took the criminals from the prison bars. But when the Haitians came to knock, they found the door of a liberty was locked. Oh no, why have we treated these Haitians so? Is it because they look too much like Africans? Is it because they don't play baseball like the Dominicans? Is it because that voodoo is their lives? The French should have closed their eyes when they died. Oh no, why do we treat these Haitians so? Everything goes around, comes back around. Rome and Greece and the mighty British Empire all came tumbling down. And for what it's worth, I read somewhere the meek shall inherit the earth. Oh no, better stop treating these Haitians so. Oh no, better stop treating these Haitians so. Oh no, better stop treating these Haitians so.
And I know this missions organization, they're gonna crawl up my ass on this thing.